Hello everyone, I've just got my hands on Luminar 2018. I'm always looking at different ways on how to get the best out of my images. So Luminar, it's a fully featured photo editing package for PC and Mac. It can be used as a standalone or as a plug-in with Lightroom and Photoshop and other editing software. There's no monthly fee, just a one-off payment. And Luminar promises to cater for all levels, beginner to advanced users. Will it change the way I edit? Let's go and see. Okay, what we're now going to do is open an image in Luminar. So we click open image, find the image that we want to edit. This is a raw file that I'm going to be editing. And I have noticed it does take a little bit of time for a raw file to actually load into the software. Right, so quick description of the top bar. Open, that opens another image. Here we've got the zoom in and zoom out, and then moving across we've got the before and after. That'll come more apparent as we go along, and we've got the split screen. Then we moving across to the undo. So if you make an adjustment and you're not happy with it, click the undo, that takes you back a stage. And then we've got it's the history tab. That there history tab, very useful, for it allows you to go back to a certain stage in the editing and take it from there if you so wish. Then we've got tools, which is crop and erase. And then we've got the presets. So these are the ones that are already there. Which by all means, yes, you can use. And clicking the categories, that shows you the preset categories that Luminar has put in the package for you to use. Another really good thing about Luminar, allows you to create your own presets. So if you have images that they're going to have the same effect, then you can apply that to all of the images. Very good piece of kit. So I'm just going to turn that there off, and then moving across, that's the main panel, so we're going to keep that on. Then we've got the histogram, and you've got the metadata of the ISO 64 16mm f11. Now what we're going to do first of all is do the basic edits to our raw file. Okay, so this is raw straight out of the camera, and then we'll edit, and then we'll start on the presets as well. Okay, so add a filter, and going to go to essentials, raw develop, very similar to ACR in Photoshop and also in Lightroom as well. Now the temperature, I'm not going to touch that whatsoever. Tint, that's something that I rarely use. The exposure is fine as it is at the moment, and the contrast, I'm just going to touch that there slightly. Now you will notice that there is a slight delay from moving any of the sliders to the software actually creating the new stage part. Moving on to the highlights and the shadows. One of the very important things to do as well is to turn on your clip and warning. So we'll just use this here as an example from one extreme to the other. So here, if we haven't the clip warnings on, then we would have been creating that there image with no detail there whatsoever. It'll be blown out. So we'll move that there back. So that you're happy with the white. Same with the shadows and the blacks. If we go to the extreme, no detail there whatsoever. So we're just going to push that there back to bring out more detail. And I'm quite happy with what we got so far. Here before and after, you can see the basic edits, and you've got the split screen as well. Okay, so moving that there across. Now just click that off. Now to continue, with the editing. Going to add the accent AI filter. That's a tonal enhancement across the whole image. So we're just going to move that there slightly. If we go too far, then you can see, yes, that image has been overcooked. Right, so let's drag that bar back. And you can see, yes, there has been an adjustment made there. And we take it off. So it's always keeping to the rule of thumb that less is always more. Okay, now moving across, we're going to go to the creative. Loads of different filters in there. The one I'm going to be using today is the brilliance and warmth. Now the warmth, because it was an evening shot and it was in the summer, there was a bit of warmth there, so I'm just going to move that there slightly. Turn it on and off, you can see there is an adjustment made there. Okay, then from the warmth, if we look through the other filters that we have, golden hour, just little bit of that there. Now the sun setting was to the left of the image, so this is working pretty well. Okay, I'm quite happy with the golden hour boost up there. Now I'm quite happy with this here image. I'm going to then take it into Photoshop to clean the image up, take away a lot of this detail, as we don't want this here in the image. For some reason the tools, I haven't found how to actually do that in Luminar. You may not be able to do it. I have been made aware that there is going to be more tools added come February, March time. So hopefully that there is going to be one that it is actually there to do. Okay, right, so what I need to do is issue fixes, and it's sharpening. I always do the sharpening at the very end if an image needs sharpening. Also, if I do ACR work in Photoshop, I do at the beginning only slightly sharpen it, but then at the end recheck it, because you have done a lot of work. So we're going to zoom in, and overall sharpening, so we're definitely what we noticed detail, so we'll have to bring those whites back again. That's fine. Right, so back to the sharpening. Now if you push the sharpening too far, you're going to get artifacts. Now one thing I like about this, that you can brush on the sharpening, so you don't have to do everything if there's only certain bits that you want to do. It's pretty handy piece of kit. I really like that there. So as you can see, it's very small, but you can see the mask is only sharpening these parts here a little bit more. Okay, so we turn the sharpening off and turn it on, and yes, I can see the difference there. Okay, so what we've done is we've done the edits that I've wanted to on this image. So you click done, and then going to move across to crop the image. Now you've got the free, so you can move that there about as much as you want. It's entirely up to yourself. There's predetermined crops, and the one that I'm pretty much liking myself, let's take that back to free. Cancel. Crop. Okay, so I'm quite happy with what we got there. As I said, I'm going to take this here out in Photoshop. So that there's the crop being applied. Okay. And then to save the image, we go to export, or if you wanted to share it directly onto Facebook, Twitter, or email it, you can do so. And then we're going to save that image. Okay. So I'm just going to change the name as Portobello, so PB, and that there's saving the image. Now what I've done today is just a basic introduction of Luminar 2018. I've never used this here software before. Is it going to take over Lightroom and Photoshop? I doubt it. I think it's going to enhance it, and it's definitely a lot better now than what the Nik software. Nik software had great potential, however, that was left by the wayside. And Mike Punn, who's made this here software, Luminar 2018, definitely a fantastic addition to your editing suites. And if you're a beginner, it's going to make it a lot simple, less tools, and it's there to be used. And I've really enjoyed doing this here tutorial today on Luminar 2018. So thank you for watching, and hopefully you've got something out of that today.